Hey everybody, Corey Weeds here, coming to you from Fort Bragg, California. I'm playing at the Sequoia Room this evening, fantastic jazz club associated with North Coast Brewing. I'm a little bit bored sitting here in my hotel room, which seems silly. I mean, I don't know if you can hear the beautiful ocean, the sounds of the beautiful ocean in the background. It's a gorgeous day. I should be out walking, but instead I'm talking into my iPhone, which, that's a whole other issue. But anyways, I have been spending some time on the road lately and, wasting a lot of time on Facebook and Instagram and whatever other social media outlet I can get my hands on. But I'm not wasting time when I'm listening to people teach on Facebook, whether it's a saxophone player putting up practice techniques or talking about saxophone, or talking about improvisation. Interviews, YouTube clips. It's all really fun, and it got me to thinking that maybe there would be some value in me talking about some of the things that I've had experience with. There's enough saxophone teachers out there. I can't show you anything about the saxophone, but I've been lucky enough in my career to be involved in very many aspects of the music business, and I do get a lot of questions when I'm on gigs or doing clinics about business, the business of music, and sadly there's no business of music for dummies. It doesn't exist because everybody's journey is extremely different and extremely unique. However, being in the position that I've been lucky enough to be in over the last 15 or so years, I've seen a lot of musicians fall into pitfalls, certain pitfalls and certain things that, and it's mostly young musicians who are just starting out. So I don't know, I thought I would talk to you a little bit into my iPhone about a couple of the pitfalls. I haven't really put much thought into this process. I don't know where to look in the camera. I mean, I should be looking right there, and if I'm looking there, I think I'm looking right at you, but it feels weird to not be able to see what's happening on the screen. So if I'm looking into the screen, it looks like I'm looking. I don't know. This technical stuff is, I don't get it. But anyways, here I am. But I mean to be looking at you, not past you. And so, one of the, so I said I hadn't put much thought into this process. So this isn't going to be a long diatribe. You're probably bored already and have turned it off, which I wouldn't blame you for. But I thought I would start with a snippet, something that happens on a very regular basis, is extremely frustrating. What I'm trying to say here is I want to make it so my finger starts to hover over the delete button when these things happen, when I get these booking inquiries, whether it be for the jazz club I operate, the jazz festival I run at Shadbolt, the other concerts I run at Shadbolt, Club 45 in North Van, as I mentioned, Frankie's Jazz Club. I don't want my finger to hover over the delete button. But I think there are certain things that you need to do, and I want to make it very clear. I'm not speaking for all presenters. I'm speaking for me. But I think this is a fairly good starting point because this happens all the time. There's a plethora of information available on the internet. It's at your fingertips. It takes 5 seconds to go online and research the place that you want to play at and what's going on there. So I start off with my hands sort of hovering just over the keyboard in general, and I get these emails and I can feel my finger go over to the delete button because the person that's emailing me has done zero research. So let me give you an example. I'll use Frankie's Jazz Club as one of the places that I book. If you go to Frankie's Jazz Club and you will see very quickly that we don't program music on Mondays and Tuesdays. Now that could be for a number of different reasons. But I can't tell you how many times I get a call or an email from somebody that says, hey, our band's in town, we've got Monday and Tuesday available, we'd love to play Frankie's. It frustrates me. Like, did you not go to the website at all and check out that we don't present Monday and Tuesdays at the club? If you did that, I would still encourage you to email me, but it might be, your approach might be a little bit different. Your approach might be different. Like, hey, I see that you're closed Monday and Tuesday and you don't present music. I'm just curious if you're open to presenting music. It just shows me that you've done a little bit of research into the place you want to play. And quite frankly, it saves me time having to explain to you or to the person that we don't present music on Monday and Tuesdays, and here's the reason why, and blah, 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 blah. If you've done your research, you would know that. And it might do two things. It might change your approach to the email that you send me. It also might make you realize that Frankie's is probably not the place for you. Only you can make that decision, but it might change your approach just in general. And then along those same lines, again, if you spend any time on the site, first of all, the name is Frankie's Jazz Club. So you would assume that they're jazz there. Now, we do deviate from time to time. We have a lot of great blues acts there. We've had some singer-songwriter type acts. But again, the majority of the music that is booked there is improvisational in nature, if you will. Now, I'm not adverse to entertaining an idea of booking something that's different than jazz, but when I just get a blanket email that says, hey, I'm in a classic rock band and we're looking for a venue to play, we'd love to play Frankie's. Again, it indicates to me that you haven't taken any time and done any research on what the venue is about. And it would change your approach if you knew that we were a jazz club and that we do deviate from time to time. But, for example, if you go to the August calendar, the September calendar, you'll see there's not a lot of things other than jazz there. So all of this to say, I should have said this off the top, I'm just trying to help here. I'm not trying to be discouraging in any way, shape, or form, but I'm trying to help I'm trying to help young musicians fall into some pitfalls because I see it happen every day. You have to understand that we get, and I'm going to speak more about this topic, I think, and if there's any interest in me talking about this, then please make comments in the comment field. I'd be happy to address concerns or questions that you might have. But this isn't an attempt to help, and I think what you need to know is that people, whether it be jazz club owners or theater presenters in bigger theaters, jazz festivals, we get a lot of solicitations, a lot. And I don't quite mean this the way it sounds. We're kind of looking for an excuse to hit the delete button just so we can get through the volume of emails that we have. But I know for myself personally, as somebody who is on both sides of the industry, as a musician and as a presenter, I don't want to hit the delete button. I want to give the person as much of a chance to present their case and tell me about who they are. But that's the first thing that always gets me, is those aspects when you've done no research on the place that you're trying to play. So anyways, this may all be completely useless information for you. You may think I'm an idiot. You may already think I'm an idiot. I'm trying to be funny. I'm trying to have a good time. I don't know. Like I said, I was bored. I'm getting ready to go to my rehearsal, so I thought it might be fun to do this. And I'll post it, and if I get these... I don't know, maybe I'll get like 1 like and 4 dislikes and no comments. Or maybe it's something that people will like and will want more of, and I'm happy to do it. So I'm also, yeah, that's it. Let's leave it there for today. Have a great day.